This is Mardi Gras 2019. Broadcasts live from Hargrove Controls and Automation in downtown Mobile.
Welcome, everybody. We are getting ready to have another night of Mardi Gras downtown. Crowd's kind of light right now, but it's going to pick up. It always does. It's a Monday night.
It is a Monday night, but we already have a lot of extra special guests on the balcony that we're really excited to see here.
Yeah, we are.
Even more so, it's a great Monday. While it is Monday, we're excited about the parades because it's a 2-for tonight.
It is. That's right. Okay, first of all, we have the Order of Venus. They've been really building their organization over the years. They rent about 15 floats from Polka Dot, so you'll see some things that you saw earlier this season. So that's going to be coming up, and then right after it, probably one of the most unique crews, and it's a fairly new crew, and that's the Order of Many Faces. Have you seen them before?
I have. So in some of our other broadcasts, I have been able to see them. But I was kind of asking you, where does the idea of the Order of Many Faces come from? Because it's quite a unique name for a Mardi Gras crew. It
is, and it's all about faces. You know how crews mostly wear masks, so you can't really see who they are? Well, these folks don't mind if you see their faces because they paint them up as different characters. So this is going to be one of those deals where you're going to have to pay real close attention to what individuals look like instead of floats, because a lot of their people are walking, and they're going to be dressed up as people you'll recognize in fairy tales, in television and movies. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That immediately follows Venus.
And my question to you, Darwin, is do you know why, because I've noticed through my broadcasting of Mardi Gras the past couple of years, why they keep their faces hidden? I'm assuming it's fairly obvious. You just don't want.
Well, these are mystic societies. These are, it just started that way. People kept their faces covered. I'm sure there was historical reasons why, but over the years, it's just become tradition, and some crews do it, and they're real strict about it. Other crews, not so much. When I go and interview people, sometimes they'll say, oh, I have to have a mask on, and others say, no, our crew doesn't require that. So it's more tradition within the club, and that's just the way it's been. But I like masks. It has a little more mystique and brilliance to the event.
I'll tell you what, one of my favorite floats that we did on Friday for Order of Inca was the Kiss, because everyone was all painted up, and of course the iconic Kiss.
Oh, the group Kiss.
Yes.
When you said the Kiss,
not the,
it's just Kiss, because
no,
I'm thinking,
no.
I don't remember seeing that. Did you see last on the Academy Awards? It looked like that Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper were going to kiss her.
Kelly,
you said the Kiss. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Kelly Foster and I are like, are they going to be an item? Because Gaga was engaged, and now they're not an item anymore.
Ooh,
so I'll start that rumor.
All right, very good. Oh, good. If we get anything out of tonight, we're going to start a good rumor, right? But what you're going to get out of tonight is being able to sit in the comfort of your home and watch yet another great parade downtown that's
so exciting.
Your neighbors are putting on for your enjoyment. And we're going to talk about all the other parades we have lined up. Let's take a look now at what we've been doing. Of course, we had Order of Polka Dots, Inca. Those two have already passed. But tonight, Order of Many Faces and Order of Venus, those two roll tonight.
Right. Then on the 26th, which is tomorrow, Order of Lachise. And then following, we have Wednesday is our break day for the rain. Thankfully, the weather's participating. It looks like it's going to participate again tomorrow. So on the 28th, we're going to follow with the Mystic Stripers, who have quite an arm.
That's right. Yes. And also with quite an arm is what's happening Friday night. The crew of Columbus, they throw a lot, and they throw enthusiastically.
Yes.
That's a good way to put it.
Yes.
And then coming up, our telecast will continue on Saturday with the Mystics of Time. I had a chance to go by their float barn yesterday for their float preview, and I met their new queen, and her name is Marion Wacker, and she is a junior at the University of Alabama, a lovely lady. So we got a chance to see their floats, and let me tell you, the theme is let's see, what is it? Time flies when you're having fun.
Aww.
And you'll see all ways to have fun.
Which is nice, with, of course, it being the MOT's Mystic of Time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then Monday,
Mardi Gras, Infant Mystics, and the Order of Doves. So we're going to have another two for the price of one.
And then on Fat Tuesday, from 10 until 2, you'll need to switch back over to NBC 15, because that's when we're going to have all the Fat Tuesday parades on the daytime. And then we'll jump back over here again on UTV 44 for the Mamga parade that will run in the afternoon toward the evening downtown. So we are your Mardi Gras stations. I mean, you won't find this kind of coverage anywhere else in Mobile, and certainly nowhere else in the nation, because we're the ones that are bringing it to you.
We are. We're the best broadcast, if I can say, because we have the best location. Of course, Hargrove Controls and Automation gives us the perfect balcony because we have the perfect setup. That's why we get so much swag, as I like to call it.
Swag it does hit the balcony. Once again, if you're looking for a place to stand, right underneath us is a great place to stand. You will get lots of stuff. And then we have some other wonderful sponsors that we'd like to talk about.
Navigator
Credit Union. They have locations, 5 of them, I believe, in Mobile and Baldwin County.
And then, of course, the Eastern Shore Boot Store, who has helped me. So you're friends with Navigator. I'm friends with the Boot Store.
Yeah.
They do a great job. They repair your boots, or they'll give you some new boots if your boots are to the place of no return.
Have you ever worn out a pair of boots completely to where you couldn't get them fixed anymore?
Yeah. So
really?
I actually tweeted out a picture. This was probably a year or 2 ago, where I said I tried to super glue them and epoxy glue them, and then they continued to still separate. So I said, "Are these at the point of no return?" And it was a unanimous. Yeah, they weren't. I couldn't even donate them, Darwin.
That's so sad.
They had to go to the trash. I know, and I like to donate my stuff.
As a planner. All right. So anyway, that's what we've got coming up tonight, and also we've got some really good guests. Should we talk about those?
Yeah.
I think we should.
If you've heard of the red clay strays, they're huge here around the Gulf Coast, and then particularly in Mobile. They're going to be at the Hangout Music Festival. We have Brandon Coleman, and then we also have one of our favorite spots to eat in downtown Mobile, Bob's.
Bob's Diner downtown.
Yeah.
Tony Sawyer is the guy. It's Bob's Diner, but it's Tony that runs it. It's Tony's place. And if you haven't had a chance to have a brunch on the corner on a Sunday afternoon, you're missing out. They are actually going to be bringing us some one of the favorite dishes that I've had there, and that's their homemade corned beef hash, with a big delicious fried egg on top.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
We're holding off on the moon pies so we can stuff our faces at the end of the broadcast.
That's right. So you can throw them all night long, but we're going to keep that for dessert. We've got main course down the other end of the balcony. By the way, if you've ever looked up at this balcony, we have two locations, and they're pretty far apart. This is a long balcony. We're at the host balcony down here, what we call the parade.
Right.
And then way down at the other end, as you sprint during commercial breaks, that is where our entertainment and food setup is. So we're going to be going back and forth throughout the night just to entertain you as we wait for the parade right now. And by the way, we always have a lot of viewers from very far away.
Yes. So we're streaming Facebook Live for anyone who has social media, because I'm assuming everyone watching right now probably has social media. So if connection, or if you're going somewhere, you can always stream us.
Well, we've already gotten people from Canada and different places say, "Hey, we watch you," and they do. A lot of people have moved away from Mobile, or they spent some time here, or they're just Mardi Gras fans. They can watch us wherever they are around the world via Facebook or just the streaming that we do on it, NBC 15.
We have actually a friend in Pensacola, Mr. Bill Lewis, who has been tuning in every night to watch our broadcast.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, well, we appreciate that, and we love all of our viewers. No matter what format you use, we just appreciate you watching. And once again, when you go by our sponsors, give them a call, send them a text. Let them know when you walk in the door that you appreciate that they sponsored our broadcast, because that is how we get to do them again and again.
I know, yeah. So that you can enjoy them without having to fight the crowds or get a parking ticket.
That's good point.
Winning
Bravo.
for everyone.
All right. So we're ready. We're just kind of killing time until they all start marching down toward us right here at our broadcast balcony across from Government Plaza. Of course, once again, Hargrove Controls and Automation. We'll be talking to them a little bit later, too. You know, they look for good people to put into their company. We'll talk about that.
They sure do.
All right. You ready to go to a break and then come back and get started?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get this thing rolling.
Let's do it. Hang on, because we are continuing our coverage. Order of Venus and Order of Many Faces tonight as we celebrate Mardi Gras 2019 in downtown Mobile on UTV 44. All right, you see, we're getting ready, getting closer. Some of the mounted patrol. You know, the police department here, you may not know this. Maybe you do. The police department here actually brings other mounted officers from different parts of the country, and they train here. They actually go to a school that our police department offers because, hey, we're pros at it. We've been doing this for a long time, and so you saw a few of our guys right there. I want to talk about some people that are near and dear to my heart. I've been following them for many years, good friends with them. And it's the folks at Dynasty Collection. We're going to talk about them for just a moment. Tommy and Tanya and Miss Jane and Mr. Jim, they are 4 people who make royal crowns for Mardi Gras all over the world, not just here in Mobile, but for all over the Gulf Coast. New Orleans wears our crowns made right here at Dynasty Collection in Mobile, and they do some amazing work. I'm wearing a pin that they made. I'm going to try to hold still here so you can see it. Take a look at that. It's stunning, and it's one of my prized possessions. They do amazing work. And anybody can walk in the door and say, hey, I've got an idea, and they will show you how to execute it. In fact, they'll do it for you, and they have other problems. They have problems at all. They got other products right there that they have created that you can buy right on the spot to dress yourself up. I mean, it's just a great cottage industry in here in Mobile that I don't think we really understand the depth of. But maybe you will after you see this. Watch.
Well, do we have King Darwin here?
King Darwin.
Well,
Yes.
it's nice to have you here.
I am about to get the royal treatment, and so are you. Together, we're going to go through the steps it takes to crown a Mardi Gras king or queen the Dynasty Collection way.
When you walk on that stage, you're going to leave you home.
That is Tommy Kane's way of saying I am about to be transformed from a mere member of last year's kingdom into this year's ruler. Of course, I'm pretending, but hundreds of chosen Mardi Gras royalty have already had this experience the minute they walk through the door to order their crown and scepter as king or queen of their crew.
You've gone as high as you can go. There's nothing in back of you. There's no other place. So you have to turn around like real kings and queens do and look at their subject.
Well, the crown has been chosen, and now the building begins. And here at Dynasty Collection, that means using miles of spools of glitz, just like this. Tommy and his wife, Tanya, question me on my personal tastes, the kind of king I want to portray. They show me a wall of crowns, and then they bring me several until we narrow it down to one.
When it's time for this individual's crown to be made, we'll pull the tray, and inside the tray will be a brass band. And I will take that to my father or my husband and say, this is the band of the next crown that you're going to make.
Next, foam molds of the sections of the crown to be built are given to Tanya's mother, Jane Reinwald. And this is where those dazzling Swarovski crystals come into play.
So she will take each crystal stone, which we use Swarovski crystals, she will place each one in a mold.
And from here, the molds make their way to Tommy or Tanya's father, Jim, who will use heat and solder to fuse the crystals together. Because the crown is rounded to fit the contour of the head, the crown pieces must be rounded too, and they are, using of all things, this metal toilet roll dispenser works every time. Then these assembled pieces are put together, soldered together, onto the metal headband. The last step of assembly is to send the crown off-site to be silver or gold-plated so the metal matches the brilliance of the crystals. And every crown and scepter comes with instructions personally delivered by Tommy Kane himself.
I let them know what is expected of them because they don't have that knowledge.
A good thing, because after Mardi Gras, the process begins all over again.
I have 100% turnover.
Are you seeing this? Look at this. They are some special people, and now you know how it's done. And by the way, another lovely lady. I have so many friends from Mardi Gras. It's just amazing. Teresa Tarleton, she's got some more hats that she's made for me this year. She just drops them by the station every year, and I'm going to be wearing a few more of those as we get closer. She made this one. It even lights up. One of my favorites. All right, we've got a lot more going on the other end in our entertainment balcony, on the other end of this long, long Mardi Gras balcony. Let's go over there. Tara, you got some special guests, and a lot of Mobilians have already heard of these folks.
They sure have, Darwin. Of course, the red clay strays. I'm joined now with Brandon Coleman. And Brandon, last night you had a pretty spectacular event performed in a Mardi Gras parade. How was that for you?
It was very fun.
And with a name like Red Clay Strays, it's kind of unique. Where did you guys come up with the name for your band?
Well, when we first got together, we didn't want it to just have a random name. We wanted our name to have meaning. And at the time, you know, the only thing we really had in common was we were all from Alabama, and that's something that Alabama is known for, is, you know, pine trees and red clay. So our bass player, Andrew, his brother actually thought of the name and presented it. And I didn't really like it at first, but it kind of stuck, and people like it. And I like it now too. So.
And I really like it. So I'm assuming the whole stray thing is you guys are all sort of strays and you all come together. I really like it. It's really unique. And of course, the city of Mobile and all along the Gulf Coast, we really love you guys. You played at 1065. I know a lot of us thought that it was rainy when we went. We had to stay inside, but you guys got to perform on one of the better days. What was that like?
It was fantastic, actually. Yeah, huge crowd.
Speaking of huge crowds, Hangout Fest, if you guys have ever heard of it, of course, one of the biggest celebrations here along the Gulf Coast. You guys are going to be there. What night are you guys going to be there? Because we're going to want to come out and support our own local red clay strays. Do you know the day?
I don't know the exact day.
It's okay. But we still need to come out and support you guys. All right, what are you going to play for us now?
I'm going to play one of our songs. Drew Nix, he wrote this one. It's called Bittersweet Memories. It's a popular one of ours that people seem to like. So.
All right, take it away, Brandon.
You've been on my mind, been in my head. I've been rewinding hurtful things that you said and reminiscing back when you were sweet to me. That's what you call them bittersweet memories. We used to love like there was no tomorrow. Then argue for hours till we couldn't holler anymore. So we went our separate ways. Now I'm sitting here thinking about you today. Well, baby, I can't stand to be alone. There ain't no doubt in my mind we don't belong together now, but darling, that don't change this bitterness and emptiness that I feel today. 'Cause you've been on my mind, been in my head, and I've been rewinding hurtful things that you said and reminiscing back when you were sweet to me. Oh, that's what you call a bittersweet memory. Trust me, baby, I know you know that don't help with being alone. 'Cause you've been on my mind, been in my head, and I've been rewinding hurtful things that you said and reminiscing back when you were sweet to me. Oh, that's what you call them bittersweet memories. That's what you call them bittersweet memories. Oh, my tax for pay and my tax for play, they're making nickels off of all our dimes. They keep us superstitious and a little bit suspicious, selling newspapers from a crime. No, you're not successful yet, you gotta go to college, get in debt and earn yourself a degree. Take a number, wait in line, speeding ticket, pay the fine. Lord, they're bound to make $1 off of me. Take what you want, that's the dream, but don't take too much from me. Have you ever tried to swim in the creek with an anchor that's holding you down? Well, it's a little too much and it ain't getting better, but I'm trying to hold on to brighter weather. So if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, I'll get you on the next go round. Even if I make $1 from a little blue-collar job, it never seems to be enough. I got a lot of massive feeding people looking up to me, and we all hurt when times get tough. Welfare, health care, just paying my fair share, but money's coming out from all sides. I've been working like a dog just to try to write a song while keeping some American pride. Take what you want, that's the dream, but don't take too much from me. Have you ever tried to swim in the creek with an anchor that's holding you down? It's a little too much and it ain't getting better, but I'm trying to hold on to brighter weather. So if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, I'll get you on the next go round. Yeah, if the good Lord's willing and the creek
Great
don't
job,
rise,
Brandon. We're going to be listening to him some more a little bit later with Red Clay Strays. They are dynamite. Okay. Also, I want to talk about, we've got the Order of Many Faces coming up, but first, the Order of Venus. They're getting ready to roll through downtown Mobile, and we're going to be talking with the folks who are our hosts here, and that is Hargrove's. They are looking for some good people. I'm going to tell you how you might be one of them. But first, we're going to eat a little bit, I believe, maybe.
We sure are. Speaking of order, Darwin, you're going to want to order everything that I have in front of me now from Bob's Downtown. We're speaking with Tony about everything that you can get at Bob's Downtown Diner. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to our Mardi Gras coverage on UTV 44. We have the Order of Venus and Order of Many Faces rolling downtown Mobile in just a few moments. But before we get to the parade, we're talking about chowing down. Tony,
Yes.
You're tempting me. The moon pies aren't even here yet, but my mouth is already watering. Of course, Bob's Downtown has supplied this incredible lineup of food. What do we have, Tony?
Well, let's see. What we have here is a few of our house specialties. And this one right here is Lee's Breakfast, which is French toast, eggs, and bacon. Has a sweet cream sauce on top.
Ooh.
And then here in the middle, I have our corned beef and hash and eggs, which is, something my granddaddy used to make a lot of.
Yeah.
I just kind of out the years, but that is one of our specialties too.
Darwin was talking about the corned beef hash. He told me I have to go to Bob's Downtown and I have to order the corned beef hash. And from what I see, if it tastes as good as it looks, Tony, you're in for a real treat. And then lastly, what do we have? Some onion rings that I may even like.
All right, what this is our, I forget the name of this. These are fresh battered onion rings here, this is our Royal Street Burger, which is smoked Gouda cheese, Bill's smoked bacon, and our house-made pico de gallo.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Bill E's bacon. So I noticed in looking over the menu, Tony, that a lot of your food items have names. No wonder you can't remember the names of them. You have about 72 names of every single, it's not a burger, it's not just eggs, it's Bill E's bacon. Where did all these names come from?
Well, all these names are from people that come down to the restaurant and visit us quite a bit and continue to come back. So to pay homage to them, hey, man, thank you very much. I'm going to put your name on the menu.
And then really briefly, Tony, I want to talk about your Operation Feed the Cops. Really huge. You guys are giving back, and I love your heart.
Well, you got to give back to community. That's what I think that's what we're here for, especially make my heart feel good. But giving back to communities, a big part of it,
Yeah.
real big part.
And you guys are feeding cops. What day and how many?
Okay, it's going to be Joe Cain Day and Fat Tuesday and 1,300 total police officers, Mobile Police Department, and also our state troopers.
Awesome, Tony. We're going to take a snack break, but I'm going to throw it over to Darwin. You have a special guest as well.
I have two. I've got Sally Cannon. She's technical services leader with Hargrove, and Mary Perkins. She's recruiting specialist. Let's talk with Sally first because, first of all, you guys do a lot of things at Hargrove. You are responsible for helping companies be successful with their physical plans and their communications among each other. What do you all do?
In technical services, we handle all of the recruiting for our 13 offices in Hargrove, as well as recruit for our client sites and manage our embedded site teams.
13 offices
13.
around the country. That's
Yes.
amazing. All right, and so you're looking for people that, what kind of qualifications do they have? I know you're looking for a broad spectrum of people's engineering to technical people.
Right, engineering, project controls, drafters, designers, document controls. All disciplines of engineers.
Okay, and they really help big companies be successful, like chemical plants and refineries. You guys make the systems and create the atmosphere for them to be successful. When you recruit someone,
Yes, sir.
how do you go about doing it? I mean, do you hold job fairs, or do you get them inside and see how they really work with the company?
Well, a big part of Hargrove is getting out in the community, right? So we love to locally be at the universities and help out as much as we can. But also, too, we like to encourage everybody to, we're always recruiting on our website. So hargrove-epc.com/careers. That's where you can list and see all of their current positions that we have, both for technical services opportunities as well as for our office needs.
If you didn't get that, you can Google it. It will pop up.
Absolutely.
I mean, I live with Google. It's my extra brain. It's my primary brain, actually. Are you looking for people that are experienced in technical fields? Or are you looking for people right out of college, or both?
A little bit of both, especially right now we're gearing up for a summer internship season. So here in the mobile office will be probably around 30 interns we're trying to fill. So those are great opportunities, especially for those that are currently enrolled in college. But also too, we are a full service engineering company. So we're looking for everyone of all levels just to continue to grow as we have since 1995.
It is amazing that it's happened. It did start in Mobile, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and it's just spread and gotten bigger. All right. Oh, the parade's getting in here. So I'm going to let you guys go down on your balcony and watch it, and then we're going to enjoy it all together on TV, on UTV 44. Thank you so much for being wonderful hosts.
Thank you for having us.
Are you kidding? This is great. It's a beautiful marriage between Hargrove and UTV 44. All right, we're going to be right back in just a moment. Don't go away. The parade's getting ready to start. We're being back here with Venus in just a moment. We're back. Order of Venus actually making its way onto Government Street right now, a very philanthropic group. They actually have 3 different causes that they are supporting tonight. Bras for a Cause, which has really helped out with people dealing with breast cancer along the Gulf Coast. iHeartMedia is benefiting with St. Jude's and Miracle on the Bay. They've joined together. You'll see some people riding floats representing them. And they are also going to have a group called Dance Without Limits that usually dances. These are kids with difficulties and challenges, but they're riding tonight. So they really put their hearts out to the community, the Order of Venus, and we love them for that.
When I was in high school, I actually was able to make a trip to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
I've been there too. It's amazing, isn't it?
Listen, Darwin, you think you're going there to help the kids, to make them smile, and in return, you're the one who ends up crying, smiling
it's a
from
great
their
place.
Inspiration.
It's a great place. Okay, we've been watching some royalty go by. I believe, I'm trying to see who that was there. The
emblem, Rosie Hudson.
Oh, there she is, Rosie Hudson. You're right. She's riding on that beautiful Mustang.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Oh,
wow, these girls have
girls
some
can
arms.
throw. I wasn't expecting that this soon. I'm actually going to put my goggles on now. All right. The Order of Venus is an all-female group, of course, and they're parading on a Monday night. And right now, if the crowd looks sparse, let me tell you what's going to happen. It's going over on Church Street. All these people are going to run over here to catch the parade for a second time. So this crowd will be building right in front of us as we go by, continue with the parade. They have 15 floats. 9 are for the Order of Venus, and 6 are the iHeartMedia group for St. Jude and Miracle on the Bay. So that's 15 floats in all, and you may have seen some of them before because they're rented from the, who was that group the other day? Polka Dots. Oh, I'm getting confused. It's only day 3.
That's when we said we were best friends. We let everyone know.
Did.
Yeah, we're best friends at the office. Now we're best friends on our Mardi Gras coverage.
Well, superheroes is the theme. They've kind of taken those floats and they've adapted them to their own theme. So superheroes is tonight's theme. You're going to see a lot of friends, though, on this.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, the masks. I'm looking at all the masks that they're wearing. They're all different.
We have Charlie Brown and Lucy with, of course, Snoopy, Woodstock.
And Anonymous.
These are so pretty.
And Anonymous is on there, too. So St. Jude is a big part of their heart. I'm just reading a little bit more about what they do. They work with them all year long. And there's iHeartRadio. They are our broadcast partners, actually. I do news for all of their stations in the mornings.
Yeah.
And we do them in the afternoons too. We're their radio partners,
right.
And TV partners in radio. So our hats out to them because they do the radiothons every year for St. Jude. They raise tens of thousands of dollars. I don't know how much over the years they've been doing it.
Yeah. We have them actually co-host Gulf Coast Today on Fridays. We'll have Dan and Shelby here on Saturday, helping to broadcast our coverage. Really excited.
12? Okay. Sorry, I don't know where 12 came from. I just said 12 randomly. That is Laverne and Shirley. I just throw out numbers there from time to time. Order of Venus riding with Laverne and Shirley at the brewery as the bottles are going by. Oh, my gosh. Something just flying in my head. I don't know where they come from. All right. Getting my list out here. It's tiny print tonight. I'm having to hold it right up to my face.
It's Mobile's Derby Darlings.
Okay, now this is the roller derby group.
Yeah, I would definitely have to have those knee pads on.
Well, what?
Size cover my whole leg.
No kidding.
Because that would be me. Oh, no, that's on purpose. Oh,
look at that. Oh, man, we just had a skater jump another skater. I'm sorry you didn't get to see that. I'm just looking at these, these reflectors on the street.
Yes.
You don't want to
that
catch
could
one
be
of those
dangerous. No, you don't.
Well, that was a nice show. Good job.
I guess, that would be better than walking. This students carry those instruments.
Yeah, until you turn your
let me rollerblade. All right, yeah.
You turn your ankle, because I would be all over the street on that one. We're seeing a lot of male riders on here, too, so I'm not going to call Order of Venus just a female group, because there's some guys they've recruited on there to throw hard.
This is Pebbles and Bam Bam.
Yes, it is. And both of them are on there. Lots of Pebbles and Bam Bams on there. Now, one unique thing about this parade, there are no marching bands, but there are marching groups, which allows a whole different bunch of people in our community to get involved in Mardi Gras. I love that because it's very, New Orleans has a lot of walking parades where neighbors just get together and walk. This gives other groups, this is the Dance Without Limits, for example. These are the kids that are learning, they take dance, they have challenges, but dance is kind of a freedom for them. But today, they're not dancing, they're going for a ride and riding in the parade. What a great idea.
Yes. I'd love to see them in some more parades, hopefully throughout the years.
Since Dance Without Limits strives to provide professional dance instruction to all special needs individuals, regardless of their and then it has quotations, ability. I hate to use words like disability because they're challenges that they overcome, and they prove it every day. All right. This was one of our favorites the other night.
They're getting down.
I Love Lucy.
May not have any bands, but that doesn't mean we can't have music.
We're going to have music. I promise you that. And there's a tribute to Officer Tudor. You see the thin blue line flags. Very nice. Very nice. That's really, that has deeply affected our community. It's in our psyche right now, and I'm so glad to see people take note of that and share that.
Interesting what Tony was saying earlier. So there are several restaurants actually that if you buy meals, they're going to, and donate, they're going to feed close to 1,300 policemen and women on Joe Cain Day.
Wow.
Yes.
Tony's very philanthropic down at Bob's. He does a lot of really good work. I've seen him donate so many things in the past, and people should support him. By the way, this is Golden Queen's Dance Team. And once again, a chance for other members of our community to get out. Might not ever get to walk down Government Street.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that during the daytime, do you? You don't want to walk down Government.
Definitely not. Especially not around 5 o'clock.
No. Once again, you're watching the Order of Venus Parade, and if some of the floats do look familiar, they do rent floats. And this is common. This is how Mardi Gras grows, because not everybody at first can afford, when they're a newer group, can afford to, here we go. They can't always afford to have their own floats for a while, and this is a great way for the organizations to do that. They get to rent theirs and earn a little money to support their own organization, and then the new organizations still get a chance to parade. And the floats are so beautiful, it's a shame they don't get to be seen twice, so we do get to see them twice.
Could you imagine working that hard on something? Yeah, I would want to show mine off more than one time, too.
Absolutely. Steve Muscle actually designed these floats, and I've got an interview coming up with him later this week during our 6 o'clock newscast. And Steve has been building floats for, oh gosh, probably close to, I'm going to say close to 40 years or more. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, he's an icon here in Mobile when it comes to float building. So you're going to get a chance to meet him. I had never met, believe it or not, after being all these years at Mardi Gras.
Mr. Mardi Gras.
I did not.
Mr.
I have
Mobile
not met
Mardi
him
Gras.
until the other day when I interviewed him.
Wow.
I don't know how I missed that, but we fixed that, and we're going to meet Steve Muscle. Probably, I'm thinking maybe Thursday at 6 o'clock. I'm still working on that.
Speaking of Steve, I felt Steve did a great job on Friday. So insightful. Let us know who the sad clown was.
Steve joined with Mobile
Did a great
Mask.
job.
Yes, he did.
Ooh, I like these outfits.
Okay, this is the Prancing Elite Dance Team. You know, they've had their own show on cable. They're still prancing and dancing, and there goes at least 4 of their members today. And they are, they're styling for us. And those are really cool uniforms, aren't they? Those are neat. I'm not so sure I look good in one of them, but they pull it off. They pull it off.
That's for Darwin After Dark.
Darwin After Dark. So I would have my own collection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Of course, on Hargrove Controls and Automation's balcony, once
What nice
again, it's a
people.
nice long balcony.
You're getting a workout because you're the one. I get to stand here.
I
You have
know.
to run the length of the balcony. But that's okay. I mean, we got room up here. We've got room. Yes! Somebody screaming my name. Like I say, they don't care who they're seen with. That's all right. The Charlie's Angels floats. That's a cool float. Did you watch Charlie Angels? You're younger.
I am younger.
You
I may
should
not have
watch it.
seen it. I've
Because
heard of it.
You're almost working Farrah's hair. I mean,
Aw.
yeah, you know, you're close to it there.
Farrah Fawcett, I'll take it
Yeah.
as a compliment.
No, it is a, trust me, it's a compliment.
She was stunning.
She was an amazing woman too. So, and we said that last time the float went by.
Oh,
I
we
mean,
did.
it's a great float. It's a great float. I'm glad to see it again. Oh, this is cool. I like this float. They got it all lit up. This is once again one of the St. Jude iHeartMedia floats. And it's really...
Alabama, yeah.
I'm
4-H.
trying to read on it too. It's a 4-H group. Yeah, very good. Mobile County 4-H celebrating St. Jude's. iHeartRadio once again really joining up with Order of Venus to make this more than just a parade. Pooh and
Oh,
Piglet.
wow. Look at this little boy on the front of the float. He's trying to make it up here, Darwin.
Oh, how
Let's see what
cool.
kind of arm he has. Close.
All right.
Close. Give him another chance.
Yo!
Yay!
Excellent.
Over.
Excellent. Whoa, this guy's got an arm on him. You know, some of the kids riding are survivors, or actually kids that are doing quite
Yes.
well after being treated at St. Jude, and what a great opportunity for them. Life throws them so many curveballs, and there's so many good people that make that better
Right. They sure
in our
do.
community. I'm so glad to see that.
Yes, we actually spoke to someone on Gulf Coast today, a young lady who had been diagnosed with leukemia 3 different times in her life,
Oh,
and
nice.
she was still fighting. Yeah,
Wow.
and winning.
And winning. I'll tell you what, when I went there, you know, we were talking about St. Jude, and it's a happy place. And it is. You go there, and there's just this energy and brightness. There's just this, you just feel, you leave and you feel like, you know, things are going to be better.
Yes.
It's a very optimistic place.
Optimism, exactly.
Let's see. Oh, we got some young ladies walking here.
Glow stick. Baton
It's a twirling
twirlers.
crew. It says twirling
Yeah.
crew. That's all it says, twirling crew. But there they are, ladies
That's
and
what they
gentlemen.
are.
The twirling crew.
They're twirling.
The little girl walking with her teddy bear.
Yes.
Oh, you can't see it right now, but she's adorable. She's like, oh, it's got a long walk, sweetie. I hope there's somebody that's going to put you on your shoulders. A
Maybe
little ways down the
Daddy's
road.
up ahead.
I hope so.
Wow.
Oh, here's the twirlers too.
You talk about optimism.
Did you ever do this?
Never. Not with fire.
Not with
I did
fire?
for fun in my room. But listen, there's a story about the time that I caught my brother's ear on fire, who you met earlier.
Oh, yeah, I
So
did
there's
meet
no
him
way I
tonight.
could
You didn't mention
twirl
that.
a fire baton.
How did you do that?
It's a long story that starts with it was 4th of July and fireworks and ends with
no.
my brother's ear was on fire inside the house when my mom specifically told me not to bring burning things inside the house.
Well, I will tell you another thing that I learned from my brother.
What?
Do not put a bottle rocket in your back pocket and light it.
That's smart.
Yeah, because you will have blisters back there.
And I
Did not
hope you
do-
listened.
He did it to himself.
Oh,
No, he did it to himself.
no, he
did-
knew
wanted to say-
firsthand.
It was one of those, hey, Bubba, watch this moments. and we watched, and we were like, wow, I'm glad I didn't do that.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
That's right.
Put it in reverse.
Minnie and Daisy, St. Jude float with us here. We got some of the kids there. Oh, well, these are the adults. I don't know if you're adult on the float or not. I mean, when you see people ride these floats, they act like children. And
They do.
And,
And that's what's fun.
I'm not sure they're
That's what
acting.
makes it more fun for our entertainment.
The shimmering stars going by us right now as we once again thank our wonderful sponsors. And Navigator Credit Union, they have 5 branches in Mobile and Baldwin County, and let me tell you, they are nice people. I work with them on our Making Spirits Bright, where they donate to help, I think, Family Promise this year. They always do something nice for them, and they give back to the community. So we appreciate them helping to sponsor our parade.
Wow, I wish I could move like that. The
I
boot
thought you
store.
could.
If I tried to move like that, I'd be needing some new boots from the boot store, that's for sure. I'd be like Zion Williamson, just popping right out of it. To the point of no return. Have to get a new pair of boots.
I'll say it again, if I moved like that just for 5 minutes, I wouldn't be able to get up the next day. I'd feel like a bowl of Rice Krispies, snap, crackle, and pop.
Yeah, because you're another year older, another year wiser, Darwin. Happy birthday, Darwin.
Oh, thank you.
We didn't
Yes.
broadcast yesterday, but we should have, just in honor of Mr. Mardi
no,
Gras.
that's all right.
Happy birthday. Did you have fun?
I did have fun.
Good.
Came down and saw the parade
Yeah.
Saturday night and went out to dinner. It was a really good night. And then Mardi Gras, I guess I was a Mardi Gras baby. I was born not even close to Mardi Gras. But it was my birthday always falls right in the season.
Yeah.
Kind of a double whammy. I like
Worked
it.
out perfectly. It's nice how things work out.
Yes, what they do.
The Golden Girls.
That's a really good float. That's a really good float.
And we mentioned before when we saw this riding through the Order of Polka Dots on Thursday, how they're now coming out with a Golden Girls cruise. So if you are a Golden Girls fanatic, you can cruise with them. I don't know if Betty White will be there, but maybe a lookalike.
If you dressed up as one of the Golden Girls, which one would you do?
Betty.
You would do Betty?
Yeah, she's an icon.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is.
Who would
She
you
was
dress
a
up
funny
as,
one.
Darwin?
I'd probably be Estelle Getty, the what was her name of the character? Because she's got a little bite to her, you know.
Yeah, you have a little bite to you, Darwin.
Well, I'm trying not to
Feisty.
abuse that. Okay. Oh, I'm really digging that Ford right there. That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
It's kind of like you, the classic design, Darwin.
Ford
You're
Galaxy,
classic.
I believe. Oh, yeah, it's convertible. I love it. Beautiful. And speaking of cars, Thelma and Louise. Okay, now we talked about this. You've never seen the movie.
Never seen
And
the
I'm
movie.
telling you, that is the last. That's the last few minutes of the movie. That's all I'm going to say. If you know what, you could probably just, if you don't want to see the whole movie, you can probably find that on YouTube. Check it out. They go for broke. And that's all I'm going to say
All right.
about that.
That's Forrest Gump.
Where?
That's all I'm going to say about that.
Oh, that is. You're right. I thought that's not on that float. All right. Let's see who we got coming up here next. Oh, this is Mona.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. I just got hit by a football. This Moana. This is, I said Maui. Moana. This is Mona and Moana. Yeah, we're stopping for a minute here because there's
Ooh,
things
these
flying
girls
at us. They
have
can
some good
throw
arms.
now.
She even had a spiral on that.
She did.
I'll tell you what, that's what's challenging about throwing a football. You can throw it, but you really don't have accuracy or the distance unless you learn how to throw a spiral. My dad actually signed me up as a youngster for a punt, pass, and kick.
Really?
Yes, he made me play baseball until I was 12.
Did you learn? That's why you know so much about sports and you're so passionate about it. Did you learn to spiral?
I did, yes.
Look,
I learned how to throw a
the
spiral.
only spiral that I'm familiar with is on a ham. Spiral cut ham. Yes, ma'am. We had, let's see, that's the Tigerettes dance team. These girls are good. see so many of these dance teams. There's so many kids involved in this. What a great activity for them, because number one, they get to do these things at parades. They have recitals. It takes up it. Anytime you strive to be excellent at something, it makes your life better. It makes your grades better. It makes everything better. And so I'm glad to see these girls doing that.
That's what I tell my parents all the time. So I played baseball, I played softball, I played basketball, soccer, volleyball, ran cross country, and cheered.
How many
I
cars
never
do they
had an
wear
off
out?
day, right? I never had an off day, and there were times when I would beg my parents to quit playing certain sports whenever I would get burnt out, and they wouldn't allow me to quit. And I'm a better person for it, Darwin, and I thank them. Now that I'm older and wiser and I've moved past the bitterness of the late night practices, my dad would actually bring softball mitts and softballs to our vacations. We went to Puerto Rico and we had to take a break for pitching practice. I kid you not.
And yet, you almost got hit by a football just then.
But yes, as you're saying, keeping them engaged in something, and it doesn't have to be sports. It can be drawing. It can be, of course, dance, but I would consider that a sport because some of them are incredibly athletic. But just as long as you're involved, I feel like it does so much in shaping a person, especially when they're younger.
No, it does. It really does. And that's why, we should all support them.
Wow. It's
Who
these
is that guy?
frisbees.
I just got hit in the gut with something. What was that?
They distract you with the frisbees, and then they spike you with the football.
Yes. Whoa. Look, now we just deflect. We just deflect. This guy.
Man! Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry, folks. We'll take a break from our telecast to hide. The SS Minnow just about took us out.
He's good at frisbees.
That 3-hour tour felt like it lasted 3 days. Woo. All right, we are watching the Order of Venus, and we have another parade coming up in just a minute, and that is the Order of Many Faces. But the Order of Venus wrapping up here, Bob's Country Bunker.
Hey, that reminds me of Bob's Downtown Diner.
That's Blues Brothers, you know.
Yes.
Remember?
I do remember, unfortunately, Darwin. I do remember.
They're on a mission from God. Yeah. All right, once again, thanking our sponsors. First of all, Hargrove Controls and Automation. Boy, do we love your balcony. I mean, I can't think of a better balcony on the parade route.
Yeah. We've been doing this several years now, and as the master of Mardi Gras, Mobile specifically, Darwin, I mean, it says a lot coming from you saying it's the best balcony.
It is. Well, I mean, we got room, and I've appreciated every balcony we've been on, but this one is just so long.
It's space.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be around you the whole broadcast, Darwin, unfortunately.
No, we can
sometimes
go to
I have my
opposite
space.
corners.
We can have our space, and then we come back.
That's okay, as long as you're the one that has to do that sprint down to the other end and back. I'm just standing here trying to look pretty.
Yeah. Well,
Trying
you do a great job, especially in those flashy hats.
You know,
Teresa does a great job.
Teresa does a marvelous job. Teresa, darling, I love you so much for the hats you do for me every year. Plus, you're just a nice person.
Mm-hmm. And I love the boot store.
Yeah, well, you know,
common courtesy. Name dropping there.
And the other one of our sponsors, Navigator Credit Union. If you want to buy a whole bunch of boots, I'm sure they'll give you a loan so you can marry the two.
Yeah. Take out a loan
and go buy you a whole bunch of
whatever
boots.
you want. Yeah.
I don't know if that's good advice, but
Kelly Foster and I will actually try and coordinate our thigh-high boots for Gulf Coast today.
You guys talk about. You guys do try to coordinate. I know, but you know it's part of the fun of the show. All right.
JJ Cool Train.
Little
cool
Black
in
Box.
the game. I like it.
Great song. All right, we're getting into the Order of Many Faces. They're coming up right now. So we've got the descriptions of the faces you're going to be seeing. Some of the groups that are marching, we don't have. So we will try to find out for you. And if not, we'll just smile and enjoy them all together. How's that?
Yes. Darwin, I see this young man standing in front of me now. this is where the bar is now set for 2020's Mardi Gras coverage on UTV 44. He's now giving that, what a sweet, he's not only looking sharp, he's being a sweet gentleman.
As Pippi Longstockings walked by, that is that's Hopham. That's the Order of Many Faces mascot.
Okay. Well, let's ask him if you can borrow that suit next year.
That'd be fabulous, wouldn't it? And this, of course, all started with Louis Demert. He was the man of many faces in Mobile. He did Mardi Gras costumes back when the newspaper had a contest, and he would win every year. They just started giving it to him because he would dress up as some royalty or historic figure of the day. There goes Cinderella by us right now. And I believe that's Louis in there with him, and Cruella de Vil.
Yes.
Yes. So now you get the idea of how this works. Coming up now, take a look at those faces.
Yes. We have Little Red Riding Hood, of course, the big bad wolf.
Is that Dr. Seuss? Yeah.
Yes. Cat in the Hat.
The Nutcracker, the Mouse King.
The Hearts, Queen of Hearts.
Yes.
From Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, so we kind of made our own theme here. It's more of like a fantasy type Wonderland.
Well, it is. And we can't, and you know, some people are on the other side, so we can't even see on that float there. But that gives you an idea what the Crew of Many Faces do. They load their float down and they walk together. Hansel and Gretel, David Copperfield, Queen of Hearts.
And there's someone down there that you've actually interviewed.
Hey, there you go. That is that dog on the back there. That's Rooster. And his mom and dad. And by the way, Macy Mabry and Miss Irving, they're watching tonight. And
at Saraland Elementary.
They're all watching tonight.
In 2nd grade.
Because the Lister family there, that is their dog, and he has been riding in parades for years. And there was some concern that he might not be riding in the parades this year, but he's there. The mayor said he could ride in any parade he wanted to, gave him a proclamation. And so there you go. There he is in his Alabama outfit, his Bear Bryant hat. And he is a sweet dog. I get a chance to meet him the other day. So Rooster rides again right here with the Order of Many Faces. How fun is that?
A lot of fun. And I'll tell you what, the people in front of us are smart. I would borrow someone's baby to lure the giant stuffed animals, which is exactly what these people are doing. Literally holding the babies up. I'd be a sucker.
I know, I would too. By the way, with Rooster, I do want to say a special hello to Macy. I know you're watching tonight, sweetheart, and you were so worried about Rooster, but yeah, he's riding again, and I thank you for your support. You've been staying in contact with me. You're sweet to do that. The bad girls of Mardi Gras. There's some guys on there. Let's talk. Hey, all right. Saying a little hello out there, shout out. Let's see some of the people there. I think we had
Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat was there.
Made another appearance.
Cowardly Lion. Pocahontas, I believe, might have been on that.
Okay, yes. I see Pocahontas.
And John Smith, of course. And then Dr. Seuss. It says there's some other folks from Dr. Seuss. The Grinch. Bluefish, Redfish. Betty
Whitefish,
Lou.
one thing, two thing one, thing two.
Martha Mayhew.
Speaking of Dr. Seuss, his birthday is on March 2nd. Did you know that?
It seems like I did because over the years I've done news stories where I go to elementary school and eat green eggs and ham with them over the years.
I wonder if we could get Bob's Downtown Diner to dye his eggs green.
Ooh, let's talk about that. Yeah. Okay. I did catch that group there. I'm sorry. But moms and dads, there they are, and I know you're proud of them, and I'm sorry I didn't catch their name, but maybe we'll see them again in another Mardi Gras parade. And moms and dads, thanks for all you do. You know, just like your mom and dad, you know, these kids just don't show up at the bands and the parents bring them.
Right.
That is a big chore in itself, especially if you got more than one child, because they're all doing different things. Now, was your brother as active as you?
He was. Yes, up until high school. But we would have one parent taking one to baseball and the other one going to fast pitch softball lessons. And then we had
oh my gosh. There's some parents out there nodding their heads going,
football. Yeah. It's fun though. It is fun. Yeah, Jared does that, our producer with Allie. She's so athletic and pretty at the same time.
Well, you know, but this is the time memories are made.
Yeah, it sure is. I had her in there. She comes in promotions department sometime, and I have a basketball that I caught on my first parade that I ever covered for UTV 44. Wow. So I'll sit her there, and I'll throw her the ball really quickly. She's got good hands. And I throw dribbling.
You're such an athlete. I was in Little League. The reason why I was in Little League is because my dad had a pickup truck and could haul the team around in it.
Well, it was a different time, Darwin.
The Royal Dance Company performing. Yeah, well, it was. But, you know, I still enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes some more faces on another float. I may have jumped the gun. This could be some more Dr. Seuss. It's, you know, we don't know exactly who's on what float till they get here, and then we start playing the game of trying to figure out who's what, which is kind of fun. That's a Grinch up at the top there.
Yes, and
is that Cindy Lou Who? Facing the other direction.
And
it's
there's
funny we
thing
could tell
one
who they
and
were
thing
from the
two.
back.
I know, the hair.
Yeah.
There was a viral hair tutorial of how
one
to do
fish, blue
Cindy
fish.
Lou's. Yes, I see the blue fish.
Great. You know, this is a great idea for a crew. And it all started with Louis DeMert back in the 1930s. How about that? He lives and walks and breathes again.
I think if they did some sort of Mardi Gras dress up now, you would possibly win because every night you look stunning, Darwin.
Oh, no,
in your sequin, and your glitter, and your light up hats,
What is
and
it?
your brooches.
What has Dolly Parton said? She said it costs a lot to look this cheap.
Yes.
Well, I do it on a budget. Let me tell you, we're good friends. So
You pay through thankfulness.
Yes.
We talked about this.
Yes, we did. All right, you see the fire truck. That means we are at the end of another wonderful evening in downtown Mobile. We thank you so much. We're not done yet, though. The parade may be moving on downstairs. There's a lot of parade going still. It's
There is.
weaving through the city right now. But we're going to have some entertainment and some food and some fun to round out the hour. So stick around with us. We are covering Mardi Gras 2019 in downtown Mobile. Don't go away on UTV 44. Well, you'll probably hear the cleanup crews in the background. Another parade has passed us by down here with the Order of Venus and the Order of Many Faces making its way on down Government Street to other revelers down there. But we still have some entertainment to go with
sure do.
Brandon Coleman here.
Yeah, we do. Of course, the red clay strays, I'm sure that everyone watching is familiar with them, probably even heard them. Now, we talked yesterday. It was your first time to parade through a parade as you performed. How was it now here on Hargrove Controls and Automation's balcony to perform as the parade went by?
It's a lot more peaceful. Sure.
Did you catch a lot of stuff?
Yeah, I caught some beads and some ramen noodles.
Those ramen noodles come in handy. Tell me a little bit more about your band. Who are they and where do they come from?
Most of them come from around Mobile, and then Drew Nix, our guitar player, he's from Hoover. But with Zach, Andrew, and John, they're all from the Mobile area.
You know, I'm amazed at the depth and talent that Mobile produces here in so many different varieties of music. Do you feel like we're just starting to hit our stride here now in Mobile as far as the music scene?
Absolutely, yeah. We've got a lot of great things going on right now, and part of me wants it to get recognized, and part of me doesn't, because, you know, I want it to stay authentic, I guess.
You don't want it to be ruined by success.
Yeah.
I feel that way about us.
Yes.
Right? Well, we're gonna try to let you compete with these folks keeping our streets clean out here, but I assure you the folks at home can hear you, so we'd like to hear a little bit more from you right now.
All right. Did you think you could take it all and give nothing back? Did you think you could fight the world in one quick attack? I know you thought we'd find you standing tall and proud. But when the lights come on, we found you on the ground. So it's okay, just get back up. It's okay, brush off the dust. It's okay, well, I know the strength you have. It's okay, you'll find your path. Oh, you'll find your path. So brush off those broken bones and scattered dreams. And don't you lose your drive to be all you can be. I know you wanna give up and tell me that you gonna quit. I can see you pushing through and making it through all of this. So it's okay, just get back up. It's okay, brush off the dust. It's okay, well, I know the strength you have. It's okay.
Man.
He is so good, man.
He sounds good. And this looks good.
Oh, I was asking Tony, I said, how do you make the eggs look this shiny and pretty? He says, oh, they're real. Because I was starting to wonder, because they look so delicious. And they've been under the lights here for just a few minutes. Tony, when you decided that you were going to open a restaurant, and you got to come up with your menu, where did you pull from for your menu?
I just pulled from the names of the people that come into the restaurant, the community, the people that come in and feed us every day and continue to support this restaurant downtown and all these other restaurants. Those are the ones that, are deserving to be on the menu, absolutely.
That's where the names come from?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, and then when you start stacking the kind of food that you want to put in a diner, are these recipes from the family?
These are family recipes from either granddaddy or my father, Al Sawyer, or, a pico de gallo. There's a lot of different variations of that. But if you just keep things simple and let your flavors marinate and marry together, I think everything else will take care of itself.
In other words, you don't cover it up with a lot of spices. You let the food come through.
Okay. Yeah, just let everything just come together and melt in your mouth. Absolutely.
And as I was looking at your menu, Tony, I noticed a lot of breakfast food items. For someone like myself who could eat breakfast for breakfast for lunch, and breakfast for dinner, I'm assuming you serve breakfast all day. Okay, so where are you guys located so that way when we get sort of a hankering for breakfast food after a Mardi Gras parade, we can swing by and see you?
Okay, there's several ways you can find us. We're at St. Francis and Jackson, 263 St. Francis Street. I call it the corner of Fat and Happy. Okay, so if you want to dial on the web and Google corneroffatandhappy.com, we're going to pop up. Or you can go to Bob's Downtown Diner on Facebook and also follow us there too. And I just started Instagram, so I'm not really into that yet. I know, oh snap. So we're getting there. So corneroffatandhappy.com for sure.
Okay.
And this, I'll tell you, this right here, this is my favorite dish down there. And this is the corned beef hash. It is real. It is delicious.
It's chunky.
You got to try it. It is the real deal.
And
oh man! All right, yes.
Oh, here we go. And then Tony, once again, for people who maybe missed it earlier, we talked about the Operation Feed the Cops. Tell our viewers how they can participate in that to donate so that we can help feed the cops.
Okay, Operation Feed the Cops. I did last year. I started this last year. I have a Facebook site. It's called Operation Feed the Cops. And what we're doing is we're going to feed all 1,300 police officers down here on Joe Cane Day and Fat Tuesday. Now, this is also in collaboration with a lot of other restaurants down here, Roosters, Budweiser, The Blind Mule, OK Bicycle Shop, more law firms helping out. There's so many Kazulas, O'Daly's, Cafe 219, a lot of folks are helping out to help do this. Flipside's helping out. There's some other people helping out, throwing in, pitching in. I'll do all the cooking for this, and then we're going to play Mobile Bay, Harley Davidson, got all of our volunteers together to help us do this. So it's a lot of people coming together to help feed our police department.
And let me tell you something about downtown Mobile. There's that unity down here. There's that community down here. And if you've not been down here and get to know people, come hear the music, have a beverage, eat, you'll find out downtown Mobile clicks. It's a good bunch of people. All right, let's talk about tomorrow night's coverage. Who we have coming up tomorrow night?
It's going to be the Order of Lachise.
Oh, that's right, Lachise tomorrow night. What a great bunch of gals they are. You probably know some of them.
That'll be a good one.
That will be.
Yeah.
So we're going to have that tomorrow night from our broadcast balcony, and it all starts at 6:30 as usual. We hope you'll be here. And we've got, of course, more gas and music. We're still hearing Brandon with Red Clay Strays.
Excellent.
Well, we really appreciate you joining us. He is really good.
He is.
You can hear him echoing all through downtown right now.
Excellent. It sounds much better than the Public Works, who do a great job, by
Yes,
the way.
they do.
But all the honking and all the,
Tony.
water.
Thank you.
We're going to swing by Tony's, of course, Bob's Downtown Diner, and then eat, and then come back and broadcast the Order of Lachise. Yeah.
All right, so we'll see you tomorrow night right here at UTV 44 at 6:30, and we hope you'll join us. You guys have a great evening.
Didn't ask for this pain I got. Maybe I deserved it, maybe not. I pushed it all down and I tried to forget. It hurts so much living with regret. I see your face in my dreams at night. I wake in tears and I cry with spite. You broke me in ways that you'll never know, and everyone tells me to let it go. Everyone tells me to let it go. I've been holding on so long.